What's up, traders? Julian here from jlewistrading.com doing a quick review on today's market. Massive sell-off day. Very, very interesting couple of days. Yesterday, being Monday, we had this gap up, quite bullish, but kind of ended off the day to the downside. But nonetheless, gapped up over two key moving averages. So we got this moving average 250 right through here. And price action actually just jumped right across, gapped up, and hit this sort of flat top level of resistance, which is also sitting right on top of the 100-day simple moving average. I personally thought that this was going to be the area yesterday that if it carried on, we might see some short-term bullishness in the market, but today filled yesterday's gap and completely sold off. We are now losing momentum, and you can actually see on the MACD histogram that these pivot levels are starting to get lower, suggesting that momentum is cruising to the downside, and today was a massive, massive sell-off day. Lots of volume hitting the tape, so you know that it's a sincere move to the downside, and that is triggering a lot of stocks, obviously, to move lower. Now, some of the bad boys that we were watching, for starters, was Apple. So this is something we were watching intraday. I was watching this pre-market, and nice little move right through here. You can see that we had this pre-market support level of 180. As soon as that bumped and was taken out about midday around lunch, the market just flushed. So this is something that we were watching. And the big one that I actually got into today was CAT. And this was a really nice play. I was actually focused on the 1-minute chart. This was an options play, and we were working the puts on this. And you can see that we had this nice sell-off right out of the gate. So it didn't show up on my market movers pre-market, but into the actual cash market right around this level right through here, it jumped up on my scanner as one of the top losers. And it flagged. It had this long level of intraday consolidation, and then when it let go, it just absolutely stepped down. And this was a massive, massive trade on the puts. I'm just going to look over here in my other window to give you an idea of where we were in these things. Now, these were getting bought at on the puts at 160. We did see a high of as much as $4.10, and then when they peeled back towards the close, we were selling them roughly around that $3.50 mark. So these were quite profitable today, and that was pretty much the trade. But like I said, we were watching Apple. This was a great play for everybody that was following us on this one. We had Netflix, NFLX. This was another massive rip to the downside. NFLX. And you can see that we had a little bit of indecision right through here earlier on in the day, rallied up, and as soon as it touched that lower level, it broke down, rallied, held, and then completely sold off. And again, it was a big day. So there was a lot going on in the markets today. Again, back to the S&P and the SPY specifically. Very, very interesting time. It's just been so incredibly volatile. Volatility is great for trading. But you know what? It is literally, it's a crapshoot. Are we long? Are we short? Just got to wait to sort of see what the market gives us. And you know what I'm looking for right now, still on the sort of longer dated moves for the SPY and the S&P 500, pardon me, as I'm looking at this trend line support level. This trend line support level must hold for price action to potentially, bounce off and rally back up. It's in this level of resistance. But as it's looking right now, if this trend line support level is tested and not held, this is going to be the first breakdown level. I've been chatting about this level for probably about a month now. And also looking at these levels back through here, more specifically this low right through here where price action came right down to and turned around. So again, trend line supports, horizontal resistance. These are the key levels that I'm going to be watching for the next little while, and I'll just be leaning on relative strength. So if this level is taken out and price action on the S&P and the SPY completely comes off, I'll be short focused, and if that top side resistance level is taken out, then we'll be focusing on the long side of the market, and that's just sort of how we'll be playing this. But as of today, Apple, Netflix, CAT, C-A-T. Dollar General, DG, was also another big one that we were watching. We'll be talking about all of these in Ask a Trader tonight. And also, if you haven't signed up already, click the link below. There is a sign up for our next big webinar that's coming up. We'll be talking about a lot of this stuff. The topic of the webinar is how to survive the financial markets and things you need to know to be a successful trader. So again, the register link is below. Click that sign up. Join us. It's going to be in the next week or so. And that's where we're at. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click your notification buttons on. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have some feedback about the video, please leave your comments below. I want to hear from you. And if you have any questions, I'm at info@jlewistrading.com.